Hey, call me Shape, and today we're reacting to a video titled, I got laid off from a job for the third time, but I don't care. Let's get right into the video.
Just as the title says, this is now my third time being laid off from a job. It happened to me 2 days ago, and I am completely numb. I should be panicking because my financial security and stability has been taken away from me in the blink of an eye. But what is that going to solve? You could look at it on the flip side and say, well, if you're not in fight or flight response mode, then you're not going to be motivated to rapid fire apply for other jobs. But I truly believe that this is the universe's way of guiding me towards the next direction and chapter that I need to take, which is that of self-employment. It's something that I have aspired to do for an extensive period of time. And I even talked about it in a previous video I made where I revealed that I worked at a very toxic organization and how that experience by itself motivated me even more to want to become my own boss. This company that I worked for, I was hired there this January. It is now September. You can do the math as to how long I was employed with this company. Not very long. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, you just sound privileged and you don't have it as hard as other people who have experienced a layoff recently. And I just want to say this, hold up. I fully acknowledge and I sympathize for anyone going through a layoff, more specifically, those who have dependents, mortgages. There are entire families that have uprooted their lives for a new job opportunity, relocating to another state or going overseas to a different country. And then they get the horrible news that their position has been terminated. Can you imagine? So when I look at my situation, it's nowhere near as severe. Yes, I live alone. I'm 30 years old. I rent an apartment. I have bills, as I mentioned earlier. Thankfully, I don't have children and I don't have pets. So I'm just going to have to hustle a little bit here. I've been in this situation before. And this third time around, I feel I have a much better handle and grip on my emotions, and I'm not as reactive and negative about it. Woe is me mentality. Because despite what you hear on the news or read online, the job market is not flourishing. There aren't a plethora of jobs out there to apply to, okay? There are people being laid off as we speak. I went on Reddit the other day and I made a post on one of the forums, and I just kind of went into a rant about how I just don't have it in me to truly feel, I don't know what the word is. I don't have it in me to feel disappointed that I lost my job or defeated, because we are all disposable. These companies do not care about us. It is every man for themselves. The minute they see the chance to discard of you when you're no longer of service to them, or if they're only looking out for their own financial gain or benefit, it's bye-bye. All of that hard work, loyalty, and dedication that you invested into a company, it's down the drain. It doesn't matter. They don't care. There's no need to get emotionally attached to a company. And that's exactly what I've been doing going forward. Is I know that these jobs are just here to help me stay afloat and survive, okay? At the end of the day, it all comes down to corporate greed. Despite what you hear about...
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. Shout out to her for want to look at an opportunity to switch things up in her life. She doesn't feel defeated. She feels like she has an opportunity. She has a positive mindset on it. But I want to stop her because she said something that kind of stuck out to me. And she said that she wants to start her own business right now. And to me, if you're 30 years old and you live on your own, starting your own business as a way to make income when you need money to survive right now is a bad idea. Okay, I make money on YouTube, but I also have another job. And I just had 2 other jobs, to be honest with you. And it allowed me to do YouTube without having the need to make money off of it. So I tell people all the time, if you're going to start your own hustle, that's fine. But unless it's something that you're already making a ton of money from, it don't make sense to quit your job and start your own hustle. Like, start your own business. Okay, that's why the phrase says, don't quit your day job. And yeah, I get it. The job doesn't care about you, but just as disposable as you are as an employee, these jobs are disposable to us as workplaces, right? We could say, oh, I quit and go to somewhere else. The job's not going to fall over and die, and neither are you, okay? These are transactional relationships. We're here to provide a service. They pay us to provide a service, and that's the relationship. It's not based on love and care. No, it's nothing personal. That's why I said, there's a famous saying that it's nothing personal, just business. So I'm going to let her finish speaking, but definitely don't start your own job if you just got fired.
Inflation and the prices of products and services rising, listen, we are way beyond that. We are now in probably a recession, and these companies know that they can milk you of every penny, dollar that you have because they know you need it. And so they're just taking advantage of you. I think you get the gist. Something that I dream about doing is becoming a full-time YouTuber. And I do realize that it is a long shot, okay? That is a lofty goal. It may take a long time before I see the results that I'm seeking on my channel. Building an audience, keeping viewers captivated, grabbing their attention, that's a tough thing in and of itself. And I'm well aware of that. To me, YouTube is the only thing that makes sense. It brings me happiness. It allows me to channel my creativity into something and to help out other people along the way. But realistically, I can't just bank on YouTube to help me reach my financial goals and financial freedom. It's not realistic right now. I still have to figure out a way to bring in income. Every time I tell someone that I want to make YouTube my full-time job, they encourage me and support me, but I can tell that internally they're scoffing and they're wondering, is she that delusional to think that that could actually happen, that that could come to fruition? But you know what? That's okay. That motivates me even more. Someone commented under one of my videos one time that I would never achieve my goal of becoming a full-time YouTuber because my content wasn't interesting and I only have 300 and something subscribers. And I have to laugh because let me tell you something. If people are hating on you, you're doing something right. And for me, that lights a fire under my belt to keep it pushing and keep proving people wrong. Because at the end of the day, it takes a lot of courage to pursue a passion that may or may not provide you with the results that you aspire to see. It's crazy because I went from a toxic nonprofit organization to a for-profit company that is extremely well known nationwide and even internationally. And I had a wonderful experience. I was not laid off from this now previous position because of my performance. There was company-wide layoffs. They were going through a reorg. There was a hiring freeze. There was a travel freeze. There was a...
Okay. I'm going to stop her again. Look, YouTube is not a lofty dream. You can make YouTube happen, but it's not something overnight. There's a lot of things to learn about YouTube in order to make it a career. It's not something that you just say, oh, I want to do YouTube, and you just pick up and do it. Absolutely not. YouTube is something that you got to dedicate yourself to. I spent 5 years doing it. I still don't make, I feel, enough money to go full time, but that's absolutely fine. I'm in it for the long haul, okay? So when most people discourage you from YouTube, is just they don't know any YouTubers that make money. Most people don't know anyone on YouTube that's making money. Most people think that you could be making money off Instagram, but YouTube's actually a way better platform to make money than Instagram. So don't trust what people say. But yeah, like YouTube, anyone can make it on YouTube, but it takes a lot of dedication and commitment. So for me, I feel like becoming successful on YouTube was like building a nice body in the gym. Anyone can do it, but most people don't have the grit, the determination, and the consistency to do it. But if you are consistent, like if you could be consistent in the gym, you can make it on YouTube because it's the same type principles all the way around.
Budget freeze. They were doing some major restructuring, and crazy part is I knew that this was going to happen. I didn't have the urge to be proactive and start sending my applications out to other places, despite knowing that this day would come. Because I really want to give myself the chance to try being my own boss. And if it doesn't work out, well, that's okay. At least I gave it a shot. Ironically enough, I'm going through a personal restructuring in my life. If you know anything about astrology, then you've probably heard of the Saturn return, which occurs around the age of 29 years old. Everyone who reaches that age does have to endure the Saturn return, which is not a walk in the park. But once you come out of it, you are much more stronger, resilient, well-rounded, and you have learned some really valuable lessons. And for me, my Saturn return is happening in my third house of communication. Communication is something I've struggled with my entire life. I have never been someone that felt confident expressing my needs to people or reaching out to others or setting boundaries and learning to say no. But now it's all happening. I feel like my voice is being heard, and I have no more shame in expressing the person that I am and showcasing the person that I am. And it all comes back to YouTube. YouTube has given me so much confidence, and that is why I enjoy it so much. I feel like even if I don't ever achieve monetization on YouTube and I'm not able to make this my full-time income, I can at least know that I helped many others along the way. There are several videos I've posted where I've received great feedback and appreciation from random strangers all over the world. So moments like that truly make me feel grateful that there is this platform and we have the chance to make our voices heard. But I'm trying not to go off on a tangent because the purpose of this is about being laid off. Listen, my plan right now, well, actually there isn't a plan. I'm going to apply for unemployment. I will get a little bit of a severance. I will get paid for a few more weeks. They didn't have to do that, but they did. And from what I hear, like, getting a severance and being paid out until a certain day is almost unheard of these days. You know, I do have a side.
I'm going to stop her right there. So she said she doesn't have a plan, and I think that's the issue. The first thing she should do is get unemployment if she can. Absolutely. The second thing is find another job right away, right? If you live on your own, you don't want to fall behind on rent and worry about getting evicted. You know, that's a headache you just don't want, because being homeless is going to change everything, right? The YouTube goals go out the window. Everything becomes even harder after that. So I would say try to find a job as soon as possible. And if you're going to pursue YouTube, there's a way to do it. One way to do it is by working the entire time and networking with other YouTubers to figure out the YouTube game. YouTube is hard to figure out all by yourself, but you could jump exponentially. Like if you want to be a YouTuber, I'm giving you a little tidbit. You could achieve a lot more if you link up with other YouTubers and make that part of your lifestyle. It's no different than going to the gym, and if you want to become fit, like hanging out with other people that go to the gym. It's like that, because YouTube, there's so much to know. You won't know it all, and you can't just use experience to get there, because you know, there's so many things to be unaware of, I can't even name it. But to put you in an example, I became friends with Jack Morgan a year ago. I discovered him on YouTube. He's had like 2,000 subscribers then. Now he has like 108,000 subs. But I've been friends with him the entire time, him going from 2,000 to 108,000 subs. And I'll tell you, us talking every day helped both of us grow a lot. He taught me things that I would have never known. I taught him things he would have never known. And together, we're able to, you know, improve faster on YouTube. And Mr. Beast recommends this. A lot of good YouTubers recommend linking up with other YouTubers. So her name is Madeline Rodriguez. Listen, I'm going to put your link inside the description. If you watch this video and you want any help, reach out to me. I'll be glad to help you, because I think you can make it on YouTube. I honestly do. I think a lot of people can. Okay? All it takes is a drive and consistency. So if you're driven and you're going to be consistent, I'll be glad to help you. I'll share with you everything I know. And I've been monetized for over a year. I've made money on YouTube. I'm making more money now. And it's not easy. It's not easy. And there's a lot of things that you have blind spots for. Anyway, I think the goal of what this video is really showing is that the job market's so unpredictable that you should have a backup plan. You should start your own company, your own business, have something going. That way you don't have to be completely dependent on one source of income. And two, you shouldn't be completely dependent on one employer. Now, YouTube is another employer, I guess you could say. So it's not like I'm out of the job market altogether. The goal for me is to take this money from YouTube and put it towards something outside of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Invest into assets that can earn me money outside of making videos. That way, when you get monetized, you got to worry about not getting demonetized. You know, so that's a whole other thing. But shout out to her. You know, I think this is a great video. This video at this recording has 21,000 views. She has 1,000 subs. So she's probably not too far away from monetization, you know. And like I said, Madeline, if you see this video, you want some help, and you want to join my group of YouTube friends, we'll be glad to accept you and give you all the advice that we know, because that's how you grow on YouTube. You help each other. It's a community, and it's not many of us. That's why a lot of your friends and family members are discouraging you, because you don't really know YouTubers that make a full-time living. It's kind of a new concept now that 10, 20 years from now, I'll be more familiar. People will be more familiar with, oh, that guy's a YouTuber. They'll be more familiar with that. But we're actually at the very kind of beginning of the YouTube renaissance. So anyway, that's my video. I hope you liked the video. Check out her channel. I'll put the link to the video in the bio. Great stuff. Definitely easy plan to fix. Just get another job. But for anyone else that wants to start YouTube, you guys want help, hit me up on Instagram. My IG, my @ name is Call Me Shape. So @ Call Me Shape. You can reach out to me. I respond. A lot of people hit me up on Instagram from YouTube, and I respond to them. I'm not someone that's, you know, too big to support the community. So reach out to me, and I'm glad to help. You know, I'm paying it forward, because so many people helped me when I was coming up on YouTube, and I'm willing to pay it forward to other people as well. So like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Check out my other videos, and I will see you over there.